Whoa, man. Yo, man. Are we live, man? Can you hear me? Man. Sorry, hold on. 1 second. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Whoa, holy shit. Alright. Hey, am I actually doing a thing right now? Was I just browsing Twitter for a second, completely caught up in nothing? You guys, welcome back to more Celeste. That's how we've described it. Every single time I believe we've started as Celeste. But welcome back. Look at Madeline with the smile face. Does she always have a smile? Are you allowed to set your name at the beginning? Why did we, why does it even say Madeline? Like, can you play as someone else? Is there like a Theo mode? Yo, can you imagine going Theo mode? Shit would be crazy. What are these? They're little envelopes? Tickets? I guess they're envelopes. I never really looked at this select screen, honestly. I didn't really, ever really pay attention to it. Oh, she like blinks and stuff. Damn, well, we do have that big stamp. What's up, gamer? What up, Kingo? We do have that big stamp showing that we actually fucking scaled the mountain. We climbed it. And, I don't know, in this one we're gonna climb it again. Probably. Some weird shit like that. Was there anything else I needed to do before we try to tackle this B-side? I don't think so. What are these? Tickets? Some ice cream? A bench? Whoa, it's like, it like pops out when you go there. That's weird. It's like, that's like a weird effect. Why wouldn't it just be open? Alright, let's do it. B-side boys. Welcome back to the B-side boys. No more running mix. This is probably going to be a sick mix, you guys. And I have the volume on really low, so I'll be able to hear it. Yeah, I kind of can't hear anything. Oh, God. All right. Already, we're going. This is the B-side to, I guess, the penultimate level. The summit. The at least the ultimate, the final level of the story. And it's probably gonna take us for fucking ever to do, but you know what? We're almost there. We're almost there with like the completeness of the Celeste content. Definitely not gonna be over on this stream. It may take us the whole stream to do this B-side. I don't know. It depends. Maybe it won't be that bad. It's just this was a really long level, so I'm expecting a really long B-side. And then we've got the core as well, but we're definitely not going to be able to beat this and the core today. And the core has a B-side as well. So I don't know, maybe like 3 more streams. There's definitely the C-sides too, which I know are like, I think supposed to be like the ultimate challenge. We'll see. I feel like they're, from what I understand about them, they're like the ultimate challenge, but like once you complete them, they're shorter than these stages are. But maybe I'm just wrong about that. I don't know. We'll find out. But hey, like, you know, 2 streams in 1 week, that's pretty good. We're back here after Wednesday with a little big Sunday stream. Big Easter. Hope everybody's Easter went well. I didn't really do anything. Went for a walk? I don't know. What do you do in these trying times? Big Sund. Yeah, we don't usually stream on Sund. Sund is usually my day for existential dread. Usually I kind of more or less reserve it for that. But not today, not this week. I guess. I'll probably have some dread once it gets to be like, you know, 11:30 or something. And the stream's been over for a while. What up, Red Yoshi? That was a waste. Big mistake. We got a little dance music here. Got a little bit of some trance shit going on. Trance? I don't know, not really. Ooh. Damn it. I kind of liked what we had going there. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, girl. Oh, not gonna happen. You know what though? Not terrible. That was a little bit more terrible. There we go. Oh, all right. You guys, I bought a bunch of manga today. Hell yeah. Gonna get a big hell yeah on that one. That was another thing I did. It was treat yourself quarantine Easter, so bought some books. How is this? How? Hold on, was there another one down there? Where's my little Celeste theme? Is it coming in here? Yeah, there we go. A little bit. That sucks. I don't like that at all, actually. Oof, really don't like that. Favorite Mario Party is definitely Mario Party 2. That's the one I grew up playing the most, and also the one I like the most. But I also like, you know, the other N64 ones. And Mario Party 4 to an extent. Don't have any real connection or really care too much about any of the ones after that. So, you know, I'm sure their quality is about as much as any of the other ones. Absolute least favorite. I honestly think that when it comes to Mario Party, it's the kind of series where just like the one you played the most as a kid is going to be your favorite one. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone make a compelling argument otherwise. Or I never heard of like a Mario Party coming out and somebody being like, this one changes the game. It's just like, oh, I like this one. You know what I'm saying? This is like the worst part of the level right here. This is the hardest room. There we go. Whew. Everything else is going to be easy after this. Smile. Hey boys, what up, Pixie? Damn it. You know what we need to do? We need to get SusieBot working. I have like too many things that I want to do, and none of the time which I actually dedicate to doing any of them. But I really want to get SusieBot working, if not so that I can just like, I want like a shout out command where you can shout out people's Twitches and stuff. That's one of the things I really want to have. I always like when streamers are like, hey, can somebody exclamation SO? And then other people can see them when they come in. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Come on now. Problem with Mario Party post N64 is that it's just like they wanted to make the formula not stale and instead made it less good. Yeah, I guess. It's like it's hard to kind of have the I don't really know what the middle ground would have been, right? Because I don't think I would want really to play a new Mario Party unless they made it like the old ones. But definitely the old ones do start to feel stale, I think, at a point. Like, I also really wouldn't care about playing Mario Party 7, you know? I guess I would play it, and I would probably have an okay time. But also, I guess I would probably have an okay time playing Super Mario Party. It's true. The GameCube ones were changing things. I feel like the changes were pretty slight, more or less. I don't think 4 really changes too much. Oh, this is not right. You wanna know what's funny about the GameCube Mario parties is that they're all like $80 now. If you want to get those. And it's funny too because like I feel like when those games came out, I guess I'm sure they sold. I think Mario Party 4 maybe is a greatest hits or whatever the game, whatever the yellow thing on the GameCube box, whatever that series was it Nintendo? It wasn't Nintendo Selects at that point. It was Player's Choice. That's what it is. I think one or two of them were probably Player's Choice games. But I feel like they I don't know. I don't think they were. I guess they were popular with the people who were younger than me. Is maybe what it was. But I don't remember the GameCube Mario parties being that popular. But now, I guess that generation is older and is getting maybe rebuying them and stuff. So those games are so fucking expensive now. I don't really go out game chasing anymore, but at cons and stuff, you always see them going for like 50, 60. I think I said 80. 80 is probably too much. I just wanted to sit here for a minute to catch my breath. I think if it was like how Mario Kart is every console, one per console, yeah, for sure. But also, I mean, I don't know. Because then if one of them isn't that good on the console, then it's like, then that would be crappy. But like 2 maybe. Like realistically, GameCube could have had one that was like Mario Party 4 and then one that was like Mario Party 6, and that probably would have been fine. Like, probably didn't need to be 2 more iterations. Yeah. I feel like SNES is still expensive though. Whoops. I guess for me, the reason it seems weird is because GameCube was like the first one that like didn't feel old to me. Like I had, you know, obviously I had an N64 and everything, and like lived through the era of that like declining and everything, and kind of like, but I don't really remember like GameStop and shit like that like really being I don't know, like I don't really remember GameStop like selling N64 games like after it went away even, or like I don't remember ever really like having them be cheap or like easily like viable. I don't like I don't. Was that ever really an era? Was that a thing? But when but like when GameCube went out the door, suddenly those games were like $10. That was like the first era of that I like really got to experience, you know. But then so I've appreciated the you know, the like then the regain in price that it would cost to get them with like retro collecting and stuff. I also got an N64 late though, and I didn't really buy my own video games in that era. Late GameCube into Wii was like the first time I like actually had my own money to buy games, so that could have had some to do with it. Just found your channel through the FF7 Let's Play. Sweet. Welcome to the stream. I hope the FF7 Let's Play didn't make you cringe too hard. It's my biggest concern, honestly. Oh, here we go. We got a little something going on here. Oh no! And I ruined it. I wasted it. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Welcome. Ugh. I don't really know. I think I'm supposed to hold on there because it seems like the velocity it would take to get us in there from the first go would be a lot. There we go. There we go. Didn't even search for FF7 videos, but yours popped up, and I got interested because it was a blind playthrough. Ended up watching the videos for like 3 to 4 hours. Oh, sweet. I mean, so that would probably put you like, what, episode like, I don't know, 20 or something of a 100-part series. I remember doing the Final Fantasy VII episodes really short back when I first started doing them. Which is funny because that was like the first time I really had done that for like a long time. Maybe since the YouTube time limit was removed. Remember how that used to be a thing? They were really short in the beginning, and then I think they sort of got longer as it went. Then FF9, I just didn't care anymore. There were those, some of those were just like 30 minutes regularly. I think I wanted to make them. I was watching a lot of Game Grumps at the time. And even though those videos really are nothing like Game Grumps, Game Grumps would always do the 10-minute videos still. I guess, you know, just to make them more like palatable or what have you. So that was how I would do mine too. Good times. Really, feels like that was a completely different person doing those. But maybe it doesn't feel like that to other people. What up, Sizz and Zebra? I don't like this. What am I supposed to do there? I guess you can fall back down and like touch down. Oh, speaking of, I just got a comment. Somebody watching through the FF9 playthrough. I love it when people do that and they like leave comments along the way. And it's just funny because you're like, oh, like all like it just you don't think about that stuff when you made it, but but like other people then remind you of it. That was almost right. I don't know where to. Let's use this thing. Okay. So we would, I assume we would hold on to this and like propel up, and then we need to have one dash here so we can get up into that middle part on the right, and then jump over and kind of like just, you know, nip the lip down to that thing in the middle. I don't know what is going on over there on the left side. It's possible it could be some kind of hidden thing. But I don't know. Watched mostly from the middle part of the playthrough and skipped parts. Watched the final video in its entirety. Okay. There's some good good videos. If you didn't watch the one about the huge materia on the spaceship, that's one I always recommend and think fondly of. I think it's a good episode. The finale is pretty good. But that's all the rest, just skip all that. Really, you watch the important part. Watch my epic scripted intro that I did. Some kind of marketing reason so many channels still kept them at a certain length. No, yeah, for sure. I think at that point they were easier to find. Or there was some kind of like... I remember people talking about it back in the day. I think honestly, I would rather watch a channel that puts up like, because they would put up 2 on in early original Game Grumps days. They would put up 2 videos a day, and they were both like 10 minutes long, or like 11 minutes exactly. And I was always like, well, yeah, I guess if like maybe you'll guarantee the click if you've got a video that's like short enough, or it makes it easier to find. I actually think nowadays the algorithm is different, and it like favors videos that are like longer, like 15 or 20 minute videos, and that's why everybody's videos have so much bullshit in them now. Like there's so much like fluff just like in the beginning of the video, just them talking about fucking Raycons or, you know, fucking Dollar Shave Club or some shit. I mean, obviously that's a brand deal, but like it helps with the video time as well. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's the hustle. Oh no, that wasn't the hustle. I'm doing pretty good, Sizzo. Happy Easterin' to everybody. Hope you guys had a good Easter. There was no cringe whatsoever. Very on-point commentary. Good reactions. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. That was the intent, so if people felt that way about it, then that's good to hear. I cringe at those old videos. Some of them are still good. Well, I mean, not like... The reason I cringe at them is because I made them. So my own personal maturity is not the same thing that other people perceive, you know? I cringe... Yeah, I mean, okay, hold on. Let's not say that the new ones aren't cringe, because they've always been cringe. Since the very first one. Arguably, the new ones are cringer than ever. Oh, okay. I think we can just jump over that, though. Big jump. Keep going back and forth randomly between series. I feel like that was something Game Grumps always kind of did, though. Maybe they do it more now. There was a day, there was a time, you guys, when that was what kept me going, was John era Grumps. It was like a pretty bad time in my life. I probably talked about that on the FF7 project. But I think I was just kind of like depressed. I was going through some personal trouble. And like it was like that summer, it was like really like the best thing was Game Grumps for me. It's funny to think about it that way, because I just don't care about them anymore. Don't watch them. Not really a JonTron fan, you know. But those were the days, man. Is it possible to not cringe at your past self? No. I talk about this all the time, this phenomenon that, like, you find every couple years you finally feel like your past cringe a little bit. You're like, oh man, I used to be so cringy, like even like a couple years ago, but now I'm like, I would never do something like that I did at that time. And then sure enough, like 2 or 3 years after, you're like, oh man, that thing I did like 2 or 3 years ago was like really fucking cringe, you know? I would never do something like that these days. I don't even think it's like a hindsight thing. I mean, I guess it is, but like, it just feels so powerful. The cringe is too powerful. Planning on playing FF7 Remake. I've been playing it for 30 hours now and really enjoy it, even though I wasn't initially impressed by the demo. I enjoyed the demo. I did play the demo. I don't have the game yet, nor have I played it. I didn't love the demo. I wasn't like blown away by it. I thought it was fine, pretty good. But I definitely will play it. I just don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know if I should do it blind or not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So I'm just not gonna play it for now. Definitely can't do it blind on YouTube, at least right now, because I'm already embroiled in not finishing another project. And I don't really want to play it on stream either. But I also don't want to like give up the opportunity to do it blind. So I think I'm just going to sit on it for a while. But I don't know. Stay posted. Stay posted, everybody. It's possible it could be a thing. Yeah, it's true. But, you know, it's its own game. I think I need to not use any boosts there. Definitely don't need to use a boost there. Is that my one chance at getting that? Well, that was... Should have seen that coming. Ill-timed. Alright. Oh! Yeah, this is what I was trying to do. Oh my god. Alright, well, we need at least a dash up there. The big aughts. The early aughts. What a time to be alive. In the early aughts. Damn. I think I can make it. I don't think you really use a lot of gripping power when you're jumping up there. They did bring some new stuff and alter the storyline a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's like a 30-hour game from like a 5-hour at most part of the original story, so definitely, I always expected them to add some new stuff. There we go. Man, we're out of part 1. Well, technically that was part 2. We're out of part 2. That's a big brace right there. Sell some brace on that. Stupid. I almost bought the game today, though. Because I had some sick gift cards. It was my birthday at the end of last month, and I think I had like a gift card from Christmas or something too, and they were GameStop gift cards. Hell yeah! Thank you, Grandpa Jim, who still sends me GameStop cards. Love him. My one grandparent that I have left, good old Papa Jim. But I was like, man, I should buy some games. I didn't buy anything. The gift cards remain in the wallet to this day. truly my generation, the first generation to be on the latter half of the 20s and still getting GameStop gift cards. But you know what? I don't know. Let me live my life. But I didn't. I was gonna buy that, and I was gonna buy there was some other game, some RPG. What was it? What was I gonna buy, you guys? Oh, it was Persona 5 Royal. I was gonna buy that too. Also, not something I really want to play right now either, but I was, and I didn't buy it. And then I was like, damn, I also need new Joy-Cons because I have the Joy-Con drift now on Switch, and I was like, maybe I'll buy those, and then I didn't buy them because I just got like bummed out. I got in that zone where I was like, man, I'm so mad about the Joy-Cons. And then I was like, well, but you know what? Like, a new color would be cool. Why don't I just buy some new ones? But then I was like, yeah, but I don't really want to, like, give Nintendo more money for their crappy product. Like, how long am I going to have to do this? And then I didn't buy anything. I didn't get the Joy-Cons at all. I'll just use my Pro controller to play out of spite. It was an act of spite, truly. I know you can send them in, but then I was like, first of all, I don't know how to do that. Second of all, I don't want to like have to wait to play my Switch. Third of all, I don't even know if you can do it right now because of Rona. So, sucks. Third set, yeah, I mean, I probably will buy another set, honestly, but that'll be like the last set I'll buy as a pact to myself or something. What I was trying to do. I think we need to go like up, diagonal, upwards and right up there. I might try to do some of like the DIY fixes for drift. I know most people are like, yeah, this didn't really work for me, but I guess I figure it's worth a try, right? So, okay, I thought we were going to be doing it right. I think I just need to, like, chill once I get over to there. And maybe... This is actually just rough, honestly. It's actually pretty rough. The spikes on the wall don't make it easy. Yeah, that's not gonna... That ain't happening. Unless I really, like, hold back. I think I need to do a directly upwards dash there. To kind of get, well, am I looking at this the wrong way? Maybe I don't need to do that at all. No, we do. Unless I can hit the diagonal through there. What if? The dream, you guys? It's been almost 3 years for just watched the FF8 Let's Play, and notice it's been almost 3 years from the beginning to the latest video. Do you record a bunch of videos at a time? Yeah, no, it's true. I do play so periodically that it really is like that. If there's something I am unsure of, usually I actually will, go and watch some of like the last couple videos beforehand just to kind of get a refresher on what was going on. But you know what? I can't lie, it is like that. Yeah, you're right, Sis. That's what we had to do. Because I can kind of like, I can actually kind of like do this. That's sort of been a problem since the FF9 project, honestly. And honestly, for some people it probably does kind of like hurt the experience. I do regret doing videos that way. It's just like, I don't know. On those long projects, I get burnt out, I think is really the thing. When I do like a quick game, like a Spyro or something, I never get burnt out on them as bad as that. But then it's like I don't want to not finish them is the other thing. Like I want to see them through. And I know I could still make them fine. Like I can still make the project in a way that I'm satisfied with at least. Like it's not like I lose the, you know, drive. It's just that like when the drive hits me to do a video, then I do it. It is what it is. The FF8 video that came out today, I think is pretty good. I thought it was pretty entertaining. There we go. Oh no! Oof. How many rooms has it been for these little segments? I don't think that many. I like that this level at least will help us keep tabs on how far we are into the B-side. I feel like usually I get so worried because I have no way to measure like how far we've come, you know? Like we could be at the end or we could be nowhere near the end. But at least in this level, we'll know generally how far we are through it. This is cool. I like this. Ow! What is this, jelly? Oh. Well, it's not what I was trying to do. Whew. I really don't ever want to like fully stop doing the blind stuff though. As much as maybe it seems like that. I would like to find some way, I don't think I've really figured out how yet, but to like just kind of bring that same kind of experience, like how those videos are like on the Snack Attack 8 Let's Play channel, to bring those to doing streams, because I just enjoy doing these more, really. But you know, I feel like there's kind of like a difference in like vibe, but I would like to try to figure out how to keep the same vibe kind of, but just do them on here instead. There's obviously not that like kind of editing that can go into it, you know? But I don't really do too much editing anyway, so it's not like the biggest deal. Need to like not do RPGs for a long time. That's the thing, like for how it is right now, if I try to do another RPG on the Let's Play channel, I'm just never gonna do it. It's never gonna be finished. So, like, if I ever did another one like that, it would be a very long time before that would take place. I also just kind of really don't want to do shorter games either. I want to do the last Spyro, and that's kind of probably going to be it for a long time. But if I could just bring it all here, if I could recapture the same magic, that would be the ultimate. I don't like publishing things. I don't like doing things in multiple places even. It's all a work in progress, though. I want to play. I want to play World of Goo on stream. I need to look up like when the anniversary for that game is, or something, and we should like celebrate that sometime. I thought about playing it for my channel anniversary, which was like in May, I think. Literally the 10-year anniversary in May. Didn't do anything for it. But not that I really care, you know, and I don't really care who knows if it was the anniversary either. I think I need to do a dash horizontally there. Don't know what I'm really doing with these, like, vertical head bonks. It's not really the way. It would be fun to play World of Goo again. World of Goo, totally random. Don't even know if I really would consider it like one of my favorite games. It means a lot to me now. The reason I picked it back in the day was because Exits Tyler, yep, the man, Exits Tyler was already doing Donkey Kong 64, and that was the game I really wanted to play. But you know, couldn't step on those toes. Me, the incomparable. This is what we needed to do. Now we need to jump down here. Yeah. Alright, this is it. Okay, sweet. We're almost out of here. That was almost good. It gave us every opportunity to save that too, because there's a thing over there on the wall. Damn. I just went into a zone, you guys. We gotta break this zone right now. I was thinking about YouTube. But I don't really want to talk about YouTube, you guys. Pretty lame thing to talk about. What should we talk about? What's everyone's big gamer... What's everyone's big One Piece take right now, you guys? How was the chapter? What did you think? I thought it was pretty good. Let's talk about love. No, I hate love. Love is the last thing I want to talk about. Love is cringe. My children are together again. Shout out to that first page of everybody just with the big hug. Honestly, my biggest complaint with all this is that, like, it almost feels like Oda kind of just got bored waiting for Jinbei to come back. I feel like there was almost no, like, build up to Jinbei, which made it a good surprise, I will say that. But there was, like, what, 2 pages of them being like, oh shit, they have a really big cannon. And now Jinbei's back. And my crackpot theory is Oda, I think, intended for him maybe to come back at a more climactic point than this, when, like, the Straw Hats really needed help. But also I think Oda wants him there for the battle. And he was just like, yeah, I'll just put Jinbei in. Just bring him back here. Because for how much of a, like, a cliffhanger there was at the end of Whole Cake Island when he was, you know, when we didn't know what was going on with him. He was like, oh, I was just helping heal up the Sun Pirates. Okay, I guess he was doing that. But the chapter was good, though. The thing about him appearing at this time is that, like, he can appear before the battles begin, kind of. And also, it's fun to see, like, the Straw Hats, like, be able to, like, pal around with him for a little bit. Oh! Yeah, that's my thing. I feel like maybe Oda had something initially planned different with him staying behind. But as it is now, it just feels like it was like a tease almost. And there was no real, like, nothing really came out of it that changed things in any significant way. If there was something for us still to learn about, like, Big Mom and like her crew from him staying back, that might be a thing as well. But Big Mom's in this arc. You know? Here we go. This is the run. Hell yeah. Alright, we're moving. We're moving. We're in the Arlo zone. Oda just didn't know how to use Jinbei in the first part of the arc. Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's just like, I really like the moment of him staying back and Luffy being like, you better meet us in Wano, bitch. Like, don't die. I think that's a really cool moment from Whole Cake Island. And I feel like there's not a lot of, like, emotional weight to it anymore now, knowing that he just, like, kind of, like, took his time getting over here. I'm pretty mixed on the Big Mom thing. I did kind of think that, like, Olin was, like, cute. I didn't mind that. And also, the chapter where she and Kaido, like, clash and then, like, decide to team up, I think that's one of the best Wano chapters we've had so far. I really like that one. And I guess Oda wanted the first emperor that Luffy takes down to be Kaido, I guess, which we'll have to see how that turns out, kind of. it like if that works or not. But like I don't know. Everything like transition wise from Whole Cake into now has felt a little bit sloppy to me. It's not the usual One Piece way. Oh man, yo, this is rough. It's hard to like gauge your point, kind of. All right, we're not talking about One Piece anymore. Let's talk about being a big gamer. Oh, we can. There we go. Hate Amnesia as a plot point. All right, I got a question for you guys. Why do we hate Amnesia so much? Because I don't really like it either. But why? What is it? Just that it's cliched? Is it unrealistic? Unbelievable? Let's talk about Donkey Kong. Well, hold on, Taryn. That's a loaded subject. Here, question of the day. What do you like that has Amnesia as a plot point? It's too convenient? Yeah, I think that's for sure part of it, at least. That it's like, oh, like I need this character to not know about a thing. I kind of think Amnesia introduced from the beginning is fine, but Amnesia sustained by a character is more annoying. Like if a character who knows a thing suddenly doesn't know a thing for a while, then you're like, well, I know it's never gonna be that they don't get their memory back, so can we just fucking speed this along? But what do we think about amnesiac characters overall? What if a character has amnesia from the start? Like the illest of all time, Shadow the Hedgehog? Do we think that's pretty good? I guess he didn't have amnesia from the start either. He had his memories from the start. Induced amnesia is bad. Yeah, I think induced amnesia is worse than... There's gotta be something I like that has amnesia in it. I was just thinking about something where they're amnesiac from the start. Amnesic? I think there's a worse amnesia in One Piece than the Big Mom amnesia. I don't really want to spoil it because it like even that is like really more of like a real spoiler. So, but I think there's a worse amnesia. There's an amnesia I like a lot less. I at least when I think about the worst kinds, it's when you're like obviously I'm no writer. The bulk of the awesome shit in One Piece I could have never come up with in my life. But I'm convinced I have come up with a better solution as to why certain characters didn't act the way they should have. That's better than amnesia. But I also think it's one of those things that, like, if you write a really long-running series, it's just hard to avoid. Like, if you've told but so many stories, eventually you're gonna have to wind up in all the kind of places, you know? FF9 did it well with a certain character. Mainly like how interesting the resolution to that is. Yeah, I mean, if it's the one that I think you're talking about, I like it. But it's because that specific character isn't really important. Like, the importance of that character is to one of the central characters. So it's more about how they're, like, affected by somebody else being amnesiac. You guys, let's talk about FF9. Quality video game. If you haven't played it, check that shit out. Definitely holds up the best of the PlayStation Final Fantasies. So if you ever wanted to get into one of those and didn't really like feel it, that's the one I would recommend. I like FF7 too, but I feel like it's less accessible on some grounds. Is that the second one? I was just talking about this at Zebra stream the other night about how I feel I feel so pure on Ace Attorney because I've only played I've only played Phoenix Wright, like the first one, which I feel like it just like, I mean, it's set the groundwork for what pretty much the series is, but it doesn't have a lot of like, you know, like important characters and things like that that like other people like, you know, kind of know about and reference, or like it's very, you know, kind of self-contained because it's a it feels like a one-off game, like it feels like a self-contained story. But yeah, is it the tutorial of 2 where he has amnesia? So weird. Oh shit. Everyone hide. Holy shit. Oh no. He's coming. No, he found us. Everybody run. What's up, lunch? Lunching around, everyone. Oh, amnesia in FF7. Yeah, but that's amnesia from the start, which I think is generally just done better overall. Snack at a Kate. You are in so much trouble right now. What did I do? Name one of my transgressions. Would you guys buy a Snack Did Nothing Wrong t-shirt? Just gonna, you know, sprinkle some bait in the water here. What do you guys think about that? How would I print them? Pixel would have to do the design. Would I buy that? Would I ever wear something like that? No, never. A few weeks ago, you made a sacred blood oath that you would stream that weekend, and you did not. From what I remember, I said I think my words were maybe. Maybe would be the strongest word I would have said. I don't remember the exact circumstance, but it's possible that I said possibly. I think maybe was the strongest I got towards that. But you're right, I don't think we streamed that weekend. Was that last weekend? Oh, hell yeah, we made it out. Yo, I didn't know that was, I didn't expect that to be the last room. Alright, Amnesia's good. We all love it. Best storytelling device. What's another storytelling device you hate? This is another good question of the day. Sorry, Snack, I have no choice. I have to place an ancient curse. What kind of curse? Will it let me, like, roll into paper or, like, do something objectively useful? Having had many extended conventions, no, I would never support that. Is that about the t-shirt? Avoidable misunderstandings. That's what I was going to say. I was actually going to say characters not divulging information that it would be beneficial to divulge. I know that it's sometimes necessary, especially when you're, again, writing like an ongoing plot. but come on now. Very frustrating. Yo, what is this little heart and arrow here? Do you guys see this? Is that telling me that the heart's up here? And the heart is at the end of the level in this, right? There's not like any secrets in the B-sides, huh? Oh, extended conversations? Oh, about how much wrong I have done. Yeah, I hear you. Time travel as a crutch to solve problems. What's up, Parker Luck? Parker Luck with the lurk until we got the big question of the day. That's respectable. There's nothing wrong with that. 80% of the fights in NetherRealm games. Yeah, look, it's right here. It's like a little heart, and then there's an arrow. So I was like, is that pointing me up there? But it wasn't. Lunch is getting his cursed kit. What up, Jeff Fafa? Everyone's crawling out. Everyone's coming through. Time travel in general is a big mess. I don't really like time travel. There's not a lot of stories where I like really love it because I feel like too often the focus is just on like cool time travel stuff and not on like that it makes any sense, and that's fine. I don't think there's really anything necessarily wrong with that, but it gets me in that certain way that I have a harder time enjoying it. But avoidable misunderstandings is a big one. Yeah, a fight that happens for no reason. Is that what Kingo's talking about? I feel like that's sort of more like a lot of the time that also kind of falls under misunderstandings, avoidable misunderstandings. You know what though? I don't always hate an avoidable misunderstanding. There's sometimes I'm like, yeah, I can understand how these two characters, given what we know about these specific characters, how this could come, how this naturally could happen. It's just not that often that it's like that. Yeah, exactly. Winning a battle in the game only to lose afterwards. Yeah, that just doesn't really make sense. I guess if the character that you then lose to in the cutscene like pulls out some like super shit that they didn't do in the battle, that's one thing. I guess you could still make the case like, why didn't they do that in the battle? But I really, especially when it's like a character you don't like, when you just like roll them in the battle and then at the end, then you still have to like listen to them like be better than you. You're like, but I fucking crushed you. That's not what happened. You didn't win. Someone said parallel universes, tangent universes. I like universe stuff. I think it's pretty good. But I don't know a lot of stories where like that is like taken that seriously. I guess I don't know too many stories where it's like there's like kind of like a serious dramatic ongoing plot with that kind of element in it as well. I think I'm just thinking of like Space Dandy. which I love, you guys. I love Space Dandy. That's where I wanted this to end up. I just want you all to know how much I love Space Dandy. I don't think it got the recognition it deserved. I know a lot of people liked it, but they didn't like it enough. I think it came out that same season as Kill La Kill. Maybe not the same season, but it came out that same year at least. And even though I like that show too, I think it was the wrong, like, it was everyone slept on Space Dandy actually saving anime, and that was like a big Kill La Kill year. I almost want to say Attack on Titan season 1 also came out that year, but I think that was the year before. I watched a lot of anime at that point. Probably hadn't watched as much of that, like as much anime as I did that year until like last year. I watched a lot. Like last year into this year. We need to finish the Wulong trifecta. Yeah. We have potentially the best one still. I mean, it's not. Cowboy Bebop is probably the best one, but like, I don't know. We're in the Tangent universe right now. When you first fight her and Squall gets iced. Yeah, that's a thing. He really gets iced for real, too. Like, a big ice shard, like, smashes him, doesn't it? Doesn't she use, like, an ice spell in that cutscene? 12 Monkeys is an interesting story which Bruce Willis is sent to the past. I think I actually have heard of that. It's a prisoner of a post-apocalyptic world where everyone lives underground. Haven't seen it, though. Sounds familiar. Like Flintstones meets Jetsons? Well, hold on, Pixel. You can't just say disparaging things about Flintstones meets Jetsons here. I won't allow it. Lunch, place the curse, snack a curse. That would be a good emote. You've not only sealed your own fate, but that of this entire chat. Is Lunch gonna, like, mass sacrifice us? I didn't read Chainsaw Hands today. Hate unsolvable mysteries when they set up grand mystery, but then it's actually solved. It's because the character who solved it had information that the reader didn't. Yeah, that's like big no-no in mystery stuff. I actually think mysteries are one of the hardest things to do. I think a lot of the time they feel cheap. Like, that's really the thing, right? Like, they're either very obvious or sometimes they'll feel cheap when you find out the answer. I think they're hard to, like, have the answer be right in there in your face. And I'm not even saying, like, oh, I'm so smart, I always get the mysteries right. Usually I don't, honestly. Like, usually I don't, like, my mind doesn't really think in that way where I'm like, oh, but I gotta, like, look over the, like, who could it have been this character? Could it have been that one? I don't really think about things like that. Because I don't care, really. I'm, like, more content to see where the author just takes the mystery. But the problem with mysteries for me is that a lot of the time they just end up feeling unsatisfying. I want to be, like, blown away by the solution, and a lot of the time, you're not. You're like, that's it, really? That's what I think is hard to kind of land about a mystery. Lunch is a man of many pacts. He's a man of many sworn blood oaths. And it's all about how you present it too, I guess. There's one kind of mystery in One Piece that I don't even want to spoil, not even because it's particularly plot relevant. It only really involves one arc, or technically 2 arcs, but like one like kind of just expanse of the story. But just the way it's built up just kind of makes me so emotional every time. It's something in Skypiea. If you've ever seen the Skypiea arc of One Piece. And not even because it's necessarily like presented as like the big thing that these characters are trying to figure out, but because it's so obvious and you just don't think about it. At least for me. But even still, I like even still when I like if I go back to reread or like rewatch that arc, I'm like still there's some part of me that doesn't even think about it until like it gets revealed. I don't know. One of my low-key favorite One Piece moments. Hey, when you take what was a previous background character and stuff, a whole bunch of backstory on them right before you kill them. I think, truly, I think One Piece has only started doing that recently. I think, for the most part, One Piece, for most of its run, did a pretty excellent job at making the characters that got the backstory actually important. With, I guess, some exclusions of characters who are kind of set up in an arc, like as major characters, developed in the arc and then die, which does happen sometimes. But I mean, I think if you take enough time to like make them important, you can do that in one arc, especially if it's One Piece where the arcs are really long. But I think like stuff like Senor Pink or that doesn't really work for me. I'd never get emotional like some people say they like do for those kinds of stories, because it's so like I don't care about this character. The Senor Pink backstory from Dressrosa just is kind of comedic to me. But again, that's one of the most recent arcs of One Piece. Senor works at a bank, yeah. Those bluish things that are killing you supposed to be flowers or crystal meth? Yeah. They're the big Breaking Bad fans at whatever this company is called, Matt Games or something. What's the developer that made Celeste? I don't know. It says it at the beginning of this game when you turn it on, but it's like Matt Does Games or something. What is it? This is a real question. Somebody answer it for me. Matt Gaming. That's it! The Celeste company. Matt the Gamer. Yeah, speaking of Matt and anime, I watched the new Digimon, you guys. It was fine. Celeste. I'm looking it up. With art by Brazilian studio Matt Makes Games, that's what it's called. No, not Digimon Adventure Try. There's a new Digimon series out now. It's just called Digimon Adventure : I think. But most people are calling it 2020. Digimon Adventure 2020. Damn, this sucks. I don't actually really know what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, I do. We just have to, like, we have to be fast. That's what you have to do. Was Try good or was it poopy? I always heard it was poopy. But I didn't watch it. Maybe it's cool. I don't even really, like, know why I would watch the new Digimon. I like Digimon, but I don't, like, love it. It was something I liked a lot as a kid, despite not really seeing too much of it. The funny thing is, I knew all the Digimon and like the names of all their like Digivolutions and all that kind of stuff. But that was what mattered most to me about the series. Like a lot of the stuff that happens with the plot, I don't really remember that much from like even the original series. But this new Digimon series came out, and I saw some people post about it on Twitter. I also really like Digimon the movie, which is the thing I've seen the most of Digimon, because we had it on VHS. And also, one of my best friends from when I was a kid, and still, is like a huge Digimon fan, so we used to watch the movie a lot together. But the new series, like, I just saw some things about it on Twitter, and it just looked kind of cool. So I was like, yeah, I'll check that shit out. Yeah, technically, you're right. It's like 2 movies and then like an OVA, I think. Like that little part at the beginning when it's like how they became the Digidestined by like witnessing the like Digimon battle. I'm pretty sure that is also its own like separate piece of media. Stormtrooper aim, not great. Avatar live action. I think I've probably heard about that, but I was like, all right, yeah, it seems right. Seems like the right time. In the new series, they meet each other before they go to camp. The whole in the new, like the one that's just come out, like Tai meets Izzy in Japan. I mean, I guess presumably the camp is also in Japan. I think. Was the camp in Japan? But yeah, they just like live next to each other and meet outside the I guess it's a reboot of Adventure. Like I think they are still going to camp, but it's like sort of just a series reboot overall, but it's using the Adventure characters. I guess because those are probably the most marketable ones, I would assume. Yeah, the thing to me is that like once the original of something exists and is good, it's hard to get but so mad about like other people trying to like do their take at it, even if there's like a reboot or like a live action or a remake or something that sucks. It's like, well, it's never gonna kill the original story. Even if it tries to like add shit to the canon and like be canon. You know, it can't take away what the original was about or what it was like. You'll always have that. That's how I survive the Fooly Cooly sequels. Sequel, I mean, because I really only watched whatever the first one was called, Progressive. Which was, listen, let me tell you, it was not very progressive. It actually kind of sucked. It was pretty crappy. I never saw the Avatar live action. I honestly haven't really seen Avatar. I mean, I've seen a lot of the show. I've seen all the way through book 1 and some of book 2, but I fell off, actually. I know that's not a common thing that happens to people, but it happened to me. I think old Naruto came around that time, and suddenly I didn't care about Avatar anymore. Now am I trying to say Naruto is better? It's probably not better. as a whole, as an entire holistic series. But I fell off, even as a kid. And then I had to hear people talk about Korra for like fucking years, and I was like, I don't care about Korra. but I had to hear everybody talk about it. I'll probably watch Avatar. I'll probably watch the whole thing through someday. Whenever I'm like, you know what? It's time. Never watched it sequentially. I mean, I know what happens at least through the end of like the main series, more or less. What about as a wholesome series? What do you mean a wholesome series? What's wholesome? Progressive on Ice? They should have made Fooly Cooly Progresso. Made it about soup, then maybe I would have watched. Probably would have rather watched a Fooly Cooly sequel about soup than about whatever Fooly Cooly Progressive was about. Stupid show. As a wholesome person with wholesome values, I appreciate a wholesome series. Yeah, I hear you. I like a good wholesome series too. I feel like I watched something wholesome recently. I don't know what it was, but something. Do I need to? I think I don't need to go up there. I don't even think that's necessary, and I think it's hurting like our grip time. Maybe it is. What's your guys' favorite wholesome thing? And it's got to be really wholesome, not like something that just has wholesome elements. What just gets you in that wholesome zone? I'm a big fan of Yotsuba. Wholesome rye. You guys, finally the day has come. The truest pain in my life is finally over. Because I rebought Yotsuba Volume 1. The day is saved. The arc, this horrible hell we've all been living in, has finally come to pass. There's finally a light at the tunnel. Because I rebought Yotsuba Volume 1. I did it. For so long. Where has it been? But now I know where it's been. It's on the way to my house. From Barnes & Noble. Because I bought a bunch of manga today. Including my very own brand new Yotsuba Volume 1. And I'm so excited to not read it. Because I already read it before. Where was it? Where is it? It's still somewhere out there. But like... could be in the middle of the fucking desert, for all I know. Dropped off an airplane in the middle of the country. Barnes & Noble manga hit different. It's true. I love Barnes & Noble, you guys. The problem about Barnes & Noble is, though, that they are, I think, to stay in the bookstore business, they are changing their whole game up. And this... their dominant strategy seems to be less books, which is what sucks because that's the best part about going into a bookstore is like walking amidst all the books and like getting the one you want off the shelf. It's it's like physical games, but like what I care about. Because most things I'm like, yeah, like these days, most things I'm like, just give me the digital version. I just want the most ease of access one. But I would much rather read something in my hands than off a screen. It feels like first of all, it's worse for your eyes. Because I don't have like an iPad about anything. Did I say an iPad about anything? My iPad is not about anything. I don't have an iPad, I just have a phone. It's not even like a particularly big phone. So And I don't like what do I want to get up and sit at my computer to read a book? No, not gonna do that. It's like books are like one of the few things that I'm like, yes, give me that physically. I want to hold that. But it seems like the more, like, Barnes & Noble is like, now they're like, let's make it a cafe. Like, the Barnes & Noble that like, one of my happy places in this town that I live in now, they remodeled. It took them, like, over half a year to remodel. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, at least when they're done, I'll have, like, a nice new Barnes & Noble to, like, you know, go to and get coffee if I'm out and, like, you know, buy a volume of manga or something that looks interesting. But they changed it all, so it's way more, like, open now. It used to have kind of this, like, nook-like element to it, where, like, there was, like, a bunch of little spots tucked away. Now it's way more open. There's, like, the floors are all, like, hard wood. It's, like, really bright lighting in there, and, like, half of it is a cafe. I literally walked in, and I, like, went, like, to it, like, as soon as I could when it reopened. And I was hit by such a wave of, like, sadness. And also, like, again, like, you know, I do read actual, like, books as well, but not very often. But I, like, you know, I mean, I love manga, so, like, that's the main thing I'll buy from bookstores. And it used to be, like, just such this nice place. There were, like, the manga shelf was, like, an entire, like, rows long, front and back, which was really long. Like, it was multiple, like, of those single shelf units, like 4 of them right next to each other, totally front and then totally on the back as well. And now it's like 2 of those with, like, front and half back. So there's so much less stuff there now. And, like, series and stuff that they used to carry, they don't get in store in print anymore. They just stopped ordering them. Oh shit, we did it. Oh my god. Oh no. No, say it ain't so. The best part about bookstores is fucking books. Yeah, I mean, the old school guy in me prefers physical games too. But it really depends on the game. Because if it's a PS4 game or something, just give me that shit digitally. 1, it'll be on sale, and 2, just give me it digitally. I don't want to have a bunch of shit I need to move around. Where was I going with this, though? How did this begin? If 7th Heaven were an anime, Snack would be binging the shit out of it. Listen, who's to say I'm not binging 7th Heaven in its original form? I'm not. That was always, like, the worst show to come on. I would take Gilmore Girls over 7th Heaven. I would take Gilmore Girls over a lot of shows. I feel like Gilmore Girls is probably pretty good. My sister really likes that show. Well, she did like it. That was like a phase. She used to watch Gilmore Girls, like, after school. We would both be doing homework in this, like, central room. Been playing PS2 lately? Hell yeah. Good console. One of the best. One of the classics. You got the Gilmore Girls game on PS2? Yeah. Be playing FF7 Remake right now if my brother didn't want it physical. Yeah, I feel like I've heard the physical copy is not super easy to come by. That's why I don't even know if I, like, because I was looking online today, if I, if, like, you know, if I would have even been able to get it. But I thought about it, and then I was like, I should buy Joy-Cons, and I didn't do that either. What am I supposed to do at this part? It's possible, like, it can be done, but I don't feel like it's right. I don't feel good about it. We've been in here for so long just shooting the shit about books. Give me a PS4 game fucking digitally. Yeah, I think I would buy P4 Roy or P5 Royal physically though, because I want the meme of like 2 of the 3 PS4 games I own physically to be Persona 5. The 2 I think I probably have about maybe like 30 games on PS4. The ones I have physical right now are Persona 5, which I got the day I got the system, and the Kingdom Hearts HD collection from Europe. It's a PEGI, it's like a PEGI 4 copy of this Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 collection. Do I need to jump? Oh, there we go. That's a thing. Okay, hold on. Damn it. We have something here. Yeah, I mean, I knew Kingo would want P5 physical, I think. Plus, the release, like the launch copy is a steelbook, which is just cool. So I was like, we gotta get Kingo the steelbook one. I think that's the only way you can get it, at least for right now, is the steelbook. That was all I could find anywhere. But like, you love a good steelbook. Shoutouts to my Metroid Prime Trilogy. I love the packaging on that game because it has a cool sleeve and everything. It's not like just a steelbook, it's got like a plastic sleeve over the front. And also, just what a great trilogy. What a great trilogy it is. Rarely will you find a trilogy more solid, more packed with good games. Can't wait for it to come out on PS4. 2 are DBZ games. What other DBZ game is there on PS4? Xenoverse? Kakarot? You don't have that. Maybe he has it. I don't know. What's the report, Kingo? Dragon Ball Fighters and what? Haven't played the second one past the demo version. The second Metroid Prime? You're missing out. It's almost as good as the first. Oh, okay. Interesting. This is the part I don't get. I think it maybe wants me to jump over to the other side of that even. But it seems rough. It seems like a rough call. Here we go. Oh shit. Alright, that's the way though. We finally unlocked this room. Damn it. This screen looks clunky. I just like don't it feels like it wants me to hold on a lot. But there's not enough grip space I really have. And there's all that whole like shit built up on the top here that I feel like it makes me think the game wants me to like jump over there, but I almost wonder if that's not just like a trap, because it feels like I have to hold on for so long just to get up there. Maybe I can jump earlier. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think we saved a little bit there. Here we go. This is it. Yeah! Woo! Alright, and we're through here. We're through here. Okay. Foof. Screen looks clunky. Oh, we already read that. BRB. Alright. Metroid Prime's one of my favorite games. Did recently get Corruption, but I haven't played a great deal of it yet. I think if Metroid Prime is one of your favorite games, you do owe it to yourself to play Prime 2. Metroid Prime is also probably my favorite game. I was thinking about this today, actually. Because I was on my walk and I was listening to some Metroid Prime music, actually. And I was like, I was just thinking about it. I was like, is this still true? Is it still my like favorite? And then I was like, but like, I don't think there's a game I like more than it, you know? I don't think think there's a game I enjoyed playing more than Metroid Prime, so it probably still is my favorite. Metroid Prime 2 is really good. I love it. It does some things better than the first one, for sure. It does some things worse, but some things better. What about Metroid Crime? That's a dangerous question, Lunch. I don't know if I like where your head's at there. Love that Red Soil Brinstar track. It's really good. I didn't even know that song was a remix. I found out about that the reverse way. Just because I'm like, you know, a toddler. Didn't play Super Metroid until it came out on the Wii. Claim to fame. But I was like still surprised. It still felt like I was like discovering something cool when I learned that the whatever it's called, that Torvis Bog underwater area was also from Super Metroid. Cause I don't think that's one of like the sexy Metroid songs, you know? It's one of the best ones for sure. But at least at that point, I feel like, cause there's like Metroid Prime does have some other remixes and stuff as a series overall, but I feel like it picks more like kind of recognizable ones. I feel like that was like a cool take to do that song, but now, like I think that song has come back and been remixed again. I think Samus Returns has a remix of the Red Soil theme, and I feel like it's owed in part to Metroid Prime 2 being like, you guys, this song was fucking sick. And people being like, yeah, you know what? It really was. Metroids do commit more crime. Do they really commit crime? Question of the day, do Metroids really commit crime? Oh, that sucks. I thought that was going to be a checkpoint. Nope. They kill people, but like, it's not like they're like, I don't think they have any, like, they don't have any understanding of the law. After FF9 and the N64 Zeldas, I'm gonna call that one a hard top 5 to beat. Well, I guess I would have to hear what number 5 was. Loaded question of the day, what's your top 5 of all time? Everybody. What are they? I'll hear it. I will hear you on this one. I'll acknowledge it. Whatever it is. This is your chance, Kakarato. What's everyone's top 5 of all time? How far are we into this? So, you know what's my number 1 of all time is Celeste, probably. Really liked the mirror level on the B-side remix. That was pretty cool. What's all this, huh? What's over here? Nothing? Oh. Metroid's killing people is like animals in the woods killing people. Yeah, for sure. Metroids, you know what? Metroids did nothing wrong. They did not commit any crime. All they did was their natural function. I will hear you. It's okay if it's not DK64. It's alright if you guys don't, if that's not in your top 5. I've grown. I've learned to accept that not everybody is right. Like me. Learn to accept sometimes people are wrong about things. Here's a real question. Do you guys think there's room in your heart for the top 5 to like be changed by something new? What's the take on that? Yo, this is gonna be a nightmare of a room, but this is cool. Yeah, this is the final stage for sure. you know? I ask myself that a lot too. Something I'm really into these days, even more than before. Maybe it's because I don't want this to sound depressing. I really don't. And I hope no one takes it this way. But maybe it's because I just have less stuff going on. But for at least for some reason in the last like couple years or so, I've been like really into just like the fun of, even if it's really slowly, like just kind of slowly but surely, like just getting into as many new like media experiences as I possibly can. Like I'm always like, you know, even if it's, or even like just kind of reassessing stuff that I liked but only played once, or like played some of but didn't finish. Like I've been really just like into just kind of like the simple pleasure of like not like stressing out and being like, oh, here's my backlog, like here's the 3-4 games I want to complete. If I play this here, then I can do all this, like all that shit. Like I don't really care about that anymore. But I just like being like, oh, like just let me just pick a game I want to play and get through it, have like enjoy the like experience, and then on to the next one. And it's just like such a rewarding like grind almost kind of to be on that. But that like the experience of me doing that has kind of led me to like wonder, like, is there another favorite out there like that's like really that like that's like really up, like could be up there? Like is this medium like something that is so tied to nostalgia for me that I am ever gonna be able to like, you know, have one of these be replaced? So it's an interesting thing to think about, I think. Yeah, because you get attached to your top 5. It's true. And them being the top 5 kind of like validates them as the top 5 a little bit. Like it makes them more fitting for being the top 5. Let's read Kingo's top 5 on screen. DKC 2, Fire Emblem, Super Metroid, Mega Man X, number 4, Mega Man X, number 45, Mega Man X. Well, Taryn, you can't really put 2 games as number 4 and 45. Also, that's a pretty big gap. I know what he meant. Mega Man X4. You guys, Mega Man X4 is a really good game. I like it a lot too. Oh, I didn't see this little stone platform here. I was too busy talking about the existential elements of games. Existential's the wrong word. Loved Dragon Quest XI, and upon beating it thought this is the best Dragon Quest I've played. A couple weeks later, still putting DQ5 in the top 5. That's another thing. Like, I mean, in my top 5, I have Pokemon Yellow version, which I recognize has a lot of flaws. I think it's a cool, really cool game. I think most of the flaws it has are more apparent when you compare it to the other iterations in its own series than if you just compare it to JRPGs as a whole, especially Game Boy game RPGs. So like for me, it's like I wouldn't say that's the definitive Pokemon game. I think it's pretty obvious that the definitive Pokemon game is Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So I guess there's room for debate on that. But it's the one it's just the one I like feel right putting in my top, you know? So I keep it in the top 5. Fuck Jonathan. Who are we talking about? Jonathan from Rugrats? What are we talking about here? Fuck off, Snack. Valid. Fuck the concept of needing to clear a backlog. Also agree with that. I understand the want to clear the backlog, but I think most people who try to clear the backlog do it the wrong way. Like they let themselves self-stress about it. When really what you need to do is just accept you're never gonna fully clear the backlog if you like really like buy a lot of games and are really into it as a hobby. And you should just like, I mean, I always say definitely seek new experiences as often as possible, because, well, I mean, that's just what I like to do. I would rather do that than something else. But it doesn't matter in the end. It's not gonna ruin your life if you didn't finish playing fucking Assassin's Creed Origins or some shit that you bought on a whim on sale. Just because you fortune cookied it on Backloggery. Don't worry about it. Leave that shit on the shelf. Jonathan from Rugrats. Okay. I'm there with you guys now. We're all on the same page. We're sharing Bloop Girl. I miss hearing about Bloop Girl. She was a lovable character. Was Bloop Girl at this stream, or was that at the Sizz stream? Yeah, I think the top 5 is like it's like your whole life kind of. It's like taking a look at your fucking soul almost when you're making the top 5. The top 5 really has to mean something. I don't know though. This stream, I think? Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed. First of all, I am disappointed Terran's top 5 didn't have DK64 on it. But I'm also disappointed no one else shared their top 5, you guys. Come on. Was this not the homework of the day? But you know what the other thing is? Part of me wants to change my top 5. Do you guys ever get in the zone where you'll play a top 5er game and you'll not be that into it? And you're like, maybe I'm just not feeling it right now, but then also you're kind of like, well damn, is it does it not belong there? Listen, we assign a lot of homework here. Skies of Arcadia, Thousand Year Door, Pokemon Black and White 2, Fire Emblem Awakening, and Dragon Quest V. Is that 5 RPGs? Let's see. Yeah, technically. That's a man with a top 5 where I can read it and be like, yes, I understand this man. I know what this guy's about. That's another cool thing about the top 5, I think. You can tell, kind of what... You can... Honestly, it's funny looking at people's top 5s, or, just top things. You can tell what era they kind of are from. Almost sometimes you can tell how old they are, though it's not usually the case. And you can tell, what they like. Even what kind of things they like within the genre. I think it's interesting. I think we should find out what Bloop Girl's name is. Hashtag Lunch Meets Bloop Girl 2020. Let's get it happening. Don't we think it's time? I'd let her guest. What is Bloop Girl? I don't really know either, Kingo. It was something, some girl lunching around just knows. Yeah, hashtag Bloop Girl in... Okay, Bloop Girl O introduce me. That's the hashtag. Hashtag Bloop Girl O introduce me. O like OH. That's the campaign we're gonna launch in 2020. We might need to wait until the Rona is kind of past. Because I don't want to, you know. I don't know how Bloop Girl's been quarantining, but we should respect whatever she chooses. She's just some girl. Well, Lunch would be the one to ask. He knows. I think she was just saying bloop or something. I just like saying Bloop Girl, honestly. I just think it sounds funny. Sizz posted his top 5. He said FF9, Dark Souls, Spyro 2, Kingdom Hearts 1? I didn't expect that. I thought Sizz was more of a 2 guy. And Crash Warped. Or maybe RE4. That's pretty solid. We did this before. What's... Okay, I guess 2 diagonals. The other thing I think is cool about the top 5 is, like... I feel like it's something you really only should have once you've experienced, like, a lot of a certain medium. And I'm not trying to say that as, like, in, like, a gatekeeping kind of way. But, like... to have, done enough of a thing, like, consumed enough of a type of media that you're comfortable having a top 5 is, like, a cool thing, I think. It's, like, a rewarding feeling, almost. More emotional attachment to Kingdom Hearts 1. Interesting. I truly believe this game wants me to make it through there without using a dash. I think I've looked into the bones. I've divined the bones, and I think that's what it's saying there. Yeah, there we go. It's still gonna be a rough fall to get down through there. I think I need to do 1 diagonal and then 1 like straight to the right. Whoops, that's not the way. Damn it. I divined pulsed and saw the ending. I divine pulsed and I saw Ignat's dab. I was like, oh shit, we gotta go back. Oh, my shouldies hurt. Ooh. You guys, we're almost through this B-side, though. We've made it. We still have an hour or so left. I started at 6:30. No, I started at 6:45. You guys, we're golden here. We're doing so good. Yeah, I always imagined Bloop Girl as, like, an adult. It's so funny when you absorb things that you don't know about, but your friends know. I'm trying to think of something like that for me. I feel like eventually I have gotten into a lot of the things my friends like. There we go. Okay, so it was... Oh! We need to chill here for a minute. Let's regroup. I think if I... No! Well, okay. We've got an idea, at least, of what's going on here. Shook to the core. Kingo's knowledge of One Piece is, like, it's only sort of, like, recently taken form as a bit, but it's so funny to me as well. So piecemeal. It was really solidified when Kingo said Odin flashback. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, Pixel hitting us with the top. Pixel knows no Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for sure. Yeah. Just being like, I don't know, Kingo, name, what are some One Piece characters you know? Doflamingo. I don't know, Odin flashback. Oh. Oh, FF15 overtook Hollow Knight? What did I have there? Did I have Hollow Knight beating FF15? Let's check my game facts bracket right now. I'm not gonna do that. Because we've got progress to make, gentlemen. Whoa! Why am I wearing shoes? There was already one I fucked up on this bracket. I don't remember what it was, but I fucked up one already. What was it? What did I think would win that didn't win? Maybe it was Hollow Knight. Oh no, FF15 overtook Hollow Knight? I don't think I thought that. I don't think I made that pick. Oh, no, it was like on the exact day that we were... that like is up right now. I think I fucked another one up. You guys, Game Facts is doing like a game of the decade contest where you can make brackets and stuff. You can't do it anymore, so rip, but we all, the fellas all made one, and it's a race. Bloop girl, fart guy who woke me up with his powerful farts. Roommate with his damn earthquake salads, and he screams at Toy Story. At least screaming with Toy Story is like pretty understandable. 3 for 4. 3 for 4 losses. I think I picked Borderlands 2 to win that, so that sucks. I didn't read the room. I thought I was out like a hawk over them fields. Turns out I was like a rabbit or something lame. Oh, screaming at the game. What Toy Story? Are we talking Toy Story for PS1? Toy Story for SNES? I think there was an N64 one too. It may have been a port of the PS1 version. That might have been multi-platform, I don't know. Some iconic Toy Story games there. Here's an interesting topic that I really want people to discuss. I don't know if anyone else, like, probably Toy Story SNES. I feel like that's one. I actually have that game. I've never played it, but I have it for some reason. Toy Story PS1, I always hear people talk about like being pretty good. Like they like it. What's a game that you only experienced ever through kiosks? And like, even if it was probably pretty crappy, you like want that, you want to know what it was, you know? Did you guys ever have that? Like back when like in-store kiosks were a big thing? What's a game that you only experienced through kiosk that had that kind of like magic? I feel like I've probably talked about this before. The reason I thought of it was because I never played Toy Story on kiosk, but I played this Emperor's New Groove game once. At like a Walmart or something, and that was on PS1, and I was like, I feel like this is probably a cool game. Like it seemed kind of cool at first. That's what made me think of it. Disney licensed games. I think there was a Toy Story for 360 that was well received. Are you sure you're not thinking of Kung Fu Panda 360? Did anybody have a 360 that came with Kung Fu Panda? Kung Fu Panda Lego Indiana Jones 6 combo pack. That's the one I had. Oh shit. Oh man, we fucked this up. Damn it. The months of Melee being a kiosk game. Melee was a big kiosk game. Luigi's Mansion I remember being a big kiosk game too. That was like, I think that like Melee may have been on that specific kiosk as well, but before I had a GameCube and I really badly wanted one, that was one I would always play in the stores. And I can still kind of feel, like when I play Luigi's Mansion, I can still kind of feel like how Luigi's Mansion felt like on those like just kind of overall crappier kiosk controllers, where like the control stick would always be kind of like squishy, like not working very well, and they would have those plastic things where it was like attached to it, so like it was very kind of like stiff to move up and down. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion was like the big GameCube kiosk game to me. I played Oddworld Munch's Odyssey on kiosk once for like a really long time. I don't remember what we were doing in the store, but for some reason we were in the store for a really long time, and I played that, and I remember thinking again, like, this is fun. I wish I had like an Xbox so I could play this. I played Sonic Adventure on a Dreamcast kiosk. Yes, there you go, Taryn. It was Emerald Coast and the whale sequence. I remember playing that and being like, oh, this is awesome. Before playing SA2 and like getting into Sonic kind of then, which is sort of how I got into Sonic. And then when Sonic Adventure DX came out on the GameCube, and I got that because I already liked SA2 a lot, I got to the whale part, and I was like, oh, this is that fucking Sonic game I played, like, way back in the day. This is that whale game. Which was a really cool moment. To, like, finally, to, like, realize that I was actually playing the game, like, in a re-released version, like, back when, that I had played there before. I think that was in a Toys R Us. I played that one. It's so weird how you remember that kind of stuff. Says, has played the Emperor's New Groove game? Oh, shit. Was it good? Frogger for PS1? Anybody? Shoutouts to the video I did today. But it's real, though. Frogger for PS1 was a game I played on a kiosk once. In one of those stores where it's like a furniture store, but there's little rooms. I don't think it was an IKEA, but it was a furniture store where the furniture is all kind of laid out like it's somebody's like room. And when I was a kid, I used to love stores like that. I would always like, it was just like kind of a very like fun, imaginative thing. And one of the little rooms that they had was like a kid's room, and there was a kiosk there for Frogger for PS1. And I think my parents must have been buying furniture or something. But I just sat there and like chilled on this Frogger game for like 30 minutes. And somehow I still remember it to this very day. So much so that I literally bought Frogger for PS1 at a convention sometime back. Because I was like, you know, I think I kind of just want this to like validate me. Validate my life. It was Lunch's house. I stole Lunch's copy of Frogger for PS1. Oh, Kingo played Sonic Adventure at Sears. Yeah, the era of not knowing things was an awesome era. I was a Nintendo Power kid, so the things I most cared about, I did usually know some about before they would come out. But still, like, there was like, when you're into games as a kid, there's like sometimes you'll just like, you'll come across something cool and not even know what the name of it is, and that's like a cool feeling. There's a PS1 RPG. It's like an action RPG called Threads of Fate. That does seem like a pretty cool game, and I would like to play it someday. I guess it's more of like an action game, but it definitely has RPG elements, I think. Oh shit. That almost felt like that was real, like we were just gonna easy mode luck it to the end. There was a game like that I played on I played Threads of Fate on a kiosk once, and didn't even know what it was called. I don't think it said the name of the game anywhere. And I remember thinking it was a really cool game. For years I had this vivid memory of it, and never once like found out anything about what it was until I saw a old YouTube buddy of mine do a Let's Play of it. Shout out to Turnips Bro Radish. And I had this moment where I was like, holy shit, this is that game that I played that one time. The Cousin's House era. Yeah. And there was something funny that, like, once you owned the game, it was never as magical as, like, playing it at the friend's house or the cousin's house. Before I had an N64, me and my cousin rented one time when I went to visit him in Georgia. And we rented Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap. We just crushed it all night. It was awesome. I loved that. Were you the cousin with the SNES or the Genesis? That was before my time. I was definitely a cousin with an N64. It's funny that, like, I feel like everybody has those Genesis cousins, because you would have been like a Sega kid or a Nintendo kid. I never knew anybody with a Sega. Everything all around me was Nintendo until it was Xbox, funnily enough. I mean, I'm old enough that I could have been, but I didn't have games until I was like 8, 9. That's probably not true. 7 maybe? 1998. No, it was probably 99. 7, I think. So, cause I could have been in that era. That technically is the first era that would have been accessible to me, is the 4th generation, because you know, I was born in 92. Super Nintendo came out in 91. Sega came out in 1989 or something, I think, or 90. I don't know. It was popular in the same era. But I just didn't get games until then. But also, all of my cousins are female, so they weren't big gamers. Pride myself of being good at classic Sonic, but my friend is way better. It's funny. Good eras. Good talks, you guys. I didn't care about having video games until Pokemon came out. I think, again, going back to the top 5, this is the reason why, like, I have Pokemon Yellow on there. Don't even know if I would have been into the hobby if not for Pokemon. I definitely had played video games before that and liked them, so I probably would have eventually gotten into them. But I don't think it would have been the same. I never cared about having them in the home until Pokemon on Game Boy came out. And then I was like, I have to have this. Cousin showed me Sonic Adventure DX on GameCube, and we both really wanted to unlock Gamma because we thought he had a huge sword. Damn, what if Gamma had a sword? That would have been sick. How fucking cool would it be if Gamma had a sword? And really, he's had every opportunity to. I mean, he really hasn't because they never brought Gamma back. But they could have brought him back. They brought Shadow back. Just rebuild him. Give him amnesia. Did they bring Gamma back? I probably am missing something that he was in. Some random Sonic game somewhere. We thought Tails was a girl. Going to a store and seeing a sequel, just be there. Yeah. That was what I never really had. Because again, like I got on Nintendo Power pretty fast. I think the first couple issues of Nintendo Power I got were like late N64 era. Like they were showing GameCube shit. And I had a network for sure. I had a very advanced network of people who would tell me about things. Like I knew when Pokemon Gold and Silver came out in Japan when they weren't even out in America yet. And I don't know if I don't think, again, like I really understood that like Japanese people had the game already. But I knew it was out there and not out here yet. And I don't remember really like knowing the release dates of when games would come out, because I would never get them on launch when I was a kid. It would always be for like, really it would be 2 times, birthdays and holidays. Those would be like birthdays and Christmas really would be like the couple times you would get a game. Or if I like was like, hey Mom, if I do good on this test, can you give me a game? And and then wouldn't do well on the test, so I wouldn't get the game. But that very rarely happened. But so like it was never like release dates. It would always just be like once the time came, you had to be like, all right, well I know about these couple games that I really want. Let me just pick the one I want the most and ask for that for Christmas or my birthday. God, we suck at this. I feel like we'd be doing better if we weren't having these talks, but I just like to have them. They're fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about the way things were, like, with the knowledge that they'll never be that way again. I just think it's interesting. Shit. Oh, whew. Okay. Yup. Hop, hop. Oh! Oh, I think you have to not be putting like any direction in when you jump from there. I think I need to let the wind carry me. It can get me a little higher. You just had Pojo magazine. I think that is how I found out about Gold and Silver, actually, was through Pojo's magazine. Because I knew about the trading cards too. They started getting cards for Gen 2 in like hobby shops and stuff like way before the games were out. Because I remember I had a card of like Meganium and Murkrow, I think. And they were in Japanese, but like I had a lot of Japanese Pokemon cards because the cards just looked cool. And again, you could buy them in like card shops for pretty cheap. I remember getting the Rocket set before those were out in America too. Lunch's screaming friend. How did Lunch get to be the destructive force he is? Was it all these insane people in his life, do you think? Or is his mind just torn up from all the demon pacts? Yo, one of the best Nintendo powers I ever got, speaking of about that and like magazines and shit, was of course you have to touch the other side there, and I knew that, but I just like it wasn't. I went too far out, and it wasn't gonna happen. Was this? There was an issue of Nintendo Power it had the Game Boy Advance on the front, and it was like the first one, I think, I guess since that was kind of out. I think it had the review for like the GBA, or like an overview of that, and then a review of some of the first GBA games. But it also showed like Space World stuff. So it had that, like, it had some screenshots of that Zelda kind of. Do you guys know the one? The Zelda, like the kind of the weird like Link battling Ganondorf fucking Zelda tech demo they did. It had that in there, and I was like, and I loved Ocarina of Time, so it, like, I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, this is what the new Zelda's gonna look like. And it had Melee, and I specifically remember it was Donkey Kong and Ice Climbers, which is cool because Ice Climbers, you know, obviously weren't in Smash 64, and it was on the Jungle Falls stage or whatever, Jungle Japes, whatever that level's called. The one with the DK rap on it in Melee. And I was like, oh my god, this is like next level shit, which I didn't say because I was a kid. Oh god, this is so annoying. These two jumps here with the spiky thing on the top. My first word was fucking. Wow. Okay, Kingo's talking about Yu Yu Hakusho. Friend's mom. God, the games you would get from Blockbuster sometimes were so suspicious too. Rented Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Oh, leg surgery. Oh shit. I'm glad that Custom Robo defeated Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament, a game that just is not good. We played that at Con Bravo, or whatever it's fucking called, MomoCon. It's funny though. You can play as Rhoda. The fella. This is the run. Told you. Yeah. What are we at? 8? Oh my god. It's also been like 30 minutes. Yeah, that's been my goal. Why is it telling me to dash? What is happening here? Oh, is this tech? Whoa, that was cool. Now you all have to get snack and lunch brand insanity. The PS2 game, Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. I swear Pixel was in the room. I feel like he definitely was. Where would he have been? Because like everybody was there. We were all in the room. What's a dream game? It's not even my dream, but like, honestly, like a Paper Mario like the old ones would be would not only validate like everyone I know, but like would be really cool to see. I'm trying to think of like things I don't think would ever happen. I'm also trying to figure out how this works. I was also gonna say a really good One Piece game. A One Piece RPG. What was it having me do? I was trying to get back down there so I could kind of figure it out. I think we actually do want to do that. Yeah, I feel like we have talked about this somewhere. It was like nip the lip kind of, but during the dash. Oh yeah, no, we definitely have talked about a Yu Yu Hakusho 24 character Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game. Oh, there we go. Okay, I did it that time. You don't need to grab, you just need to like jump. This is cool. It's probably teaching me this because I'm gonna need to know this either for chapter 8 or maybe the Seasides. I feel like this could have been a mechanic in just regular levels. It's not like so complex or anything. It's kind of hard to do, but damn. We keep getting that first one. There we go. Not bad. Arcs is to do a jump game. That would be awesome. I also want that. I'm not good at 2D fighting games. So I don't know how much enjoyment I would get out of it, but I would just be happy to see it. It's never gonna happen. I will never be good at them. Really cutting into my Duel Links time. Says you can just play Duel Links. Can't you auto battle in Duel Links? Isn't that a feature? I know now what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be using that fucking jump. Here, hold on. I'm not comfortable with it in the level that I'll be able to hit it without lining right up. Lunch, you're gonna be waiting a long time, dude. It's like, imagine someone who's never played a video game, which is everyone on Earth. No one has ever played a game. Imagine someone who's never played a video game, and then imagine how bad they would be at things, how little insider knowledge they would just the little things you pick up having played a lot of games that you take for granted. Now imagine it's just fighting games, and that's me basically. The level of general people knowledge things people who play a lot of fighting games know, the amount of time it would take for me to obtain that is too much. Let's see, Donkey Kong 642. Yeah, that would be a pretty good one for me. That's a good dream game. If they did another DK64, that would be cool. Go. We're getting it. Don't make me do that too much more though. I'm not comfortable using a new mechanic already. Alright, this is 4. 4, hell yeah. Oh shit. We're almost doing it there. We could have done it that time. Pixel wants a good Animal Crossing Mario Party game. I think any kind of if you took Mario Party and copy pasted the formula of how those games play onto any series that I like, that would be pretty cool. Just a fun idea. Other series have definitely tried it, but never have really been as good. There we go. Yeah. Phew. Let's see. Do we need to something like that? Chrono Trigger Party? Yeah. Something like that would be just sick. Or can I just maybe I can. I played yeah. What's it called? Shrek Super Slam or something? Shrek Slam. Oof. I wonder if I can do it like this. Or maybe I have to Oh, that's the Shrek fighting game. Yeah. Shrek Super Slam is the one where there's like tears, right? Also the fighting game. Is the Shrek Party game just called Shrek Party? There's also like Shrek Swamp Karting or whatever. Shrek Swamp Racing. Team Shrek Racing. Yeah, I love when games like that have a tier list. It's so funny. What am I doing? I know we need to do that weird jump thing off of like one of these. I think at least. But which one? I almost want to say it's this little block down here. But it's so fucking spiky. Donkey's the best character on the first tier list. Yeah, like this is that what you're saying? Let's make a Celeste tier list. No one can the player base can't decide what to do with Donkey. He doesn't have the results. What are you thinking like this is? Oh, there we go. Okay, you're right. This is right. Celeste and Baby Mode Celeste are the two characters. I think I like Celeste more than Baby Mode Celeste. Celeste would be like A tier or maybe like B+. Baby Mode Celeste would be like B. Those are the tiers. I don't know how I would tier this shit though, because this is pretty frustrating. I don't know what I did to make it work that one time. Have any of you played Metal Gear Solid? No, I haven't played any of them. Not even like one of those things where it's like, oh, I played the first one, which is me with a lot of series. I will play them all eventually on here or on something. Eventually they'll all be played blind. If you could get the like complete collection Metal Gear Solid thing that PS3 has, but PS4 does not have, it's possible I would have already played one of them. God, this sucks. There we go. You have to go down and then like go up, but you have to hit it off the side, which is what's frustrating. I don't mean to be dashing diagonal as much as I am there. Well, yeah, I mean, I would get Metal Gear Solid 1 on PS1, I guess. But the collection is like, it's just so convenient. I think there's a Metal Gear Solid 4 collection one, but I don't think that has like 2 or 3 on it. There we go. This tech has bad conveyance. I think it's because it's supposed to be like an advanced thing. We're getting it more consistently now, though. At least on this first one. Well, I get the OG when you can get twin snakes, Kappa. Oh shit, we made it that time without the tech. We almost did it again. What's up, Farf? I guess I could. I don't know if I would feel like I would have played Metal Gear Solid 1 if I played the twin snakes. I know people like twin snakes, but I also hear from like the hardcore fans that it's like not the same. At least I think that's the case. I think some people like it. Oh, damn it. I thought that was the time. We're pretty consistent at this first one now. Oh, man, I thought that was it. A good talk, good stream. Thanks for coming out, Zebra. Good talk. Everybody go follow Zebra Goomba. I'm sorry I don't have I don't have Susie Bot. Just click his name and go through to his Twitch page. Later, man. There we go. Oof. We did it. Okay, this is 2. Alright. Yo, we crushed that one, though. Watch us never do it again. Oh, shit. We did it again. We done. Guess I did it again. Oh, shit. There you go. Can you, like, stop dying? I'm trying. Oh, shit, I didn't press X that time. Can we talk about how I was like, yo, we're crushing it at 8:45 or 8:30, and now it's 9:20 basically, and we're still on this level. Okay, we need to chill here for a minute. Oh, that's cursed, Farf. Snack a bunny cringe. Okay. Oh no. Alright. It's always been public domain knowledge that I'm a bunny. Everybody knows that. Oh, I like the Snack a Bunny Bletch, kinda. That's kinda cute. It's stupid still, but it's kinda cute. Man, it's like hurting my thumbs to do this maneuver almost. And I keep doing it off the wrong side. But we will rise to this challenge. This part actually doesn't seem that bad. It's just like really scary almost. So it puts you in that clench zone. And that is not the way. This is definitely our most death. This is gonna be the most deaths. Because they've been such quick deaths is the problem. Fuck. What is this basket one? Oh god. Oh no, that one I don't like. His eyes peek so perfectly out of the snack of basket. I think the basket one works pretty well. I don't know. It's funny. It's better than like if you try to put Bethany's big pizza one in a basket. What would that even be? You can't put bunny ears on a big pizza. Oh yeah, it always like washes out the color. I thought I did that for all emotes. Somebody put the Somebody put bunny ears on the big pizza. Who's got a Madame Wario sub? I do, but also I don't know how to do the bunny ears. It's like making a Steam group, kind of. It's pretty hard to do. No! We need to get lower. Fuck! Damn it. I don't like not knowing the right dashes to do for this part. It almost feels like I want a straight upwards dash there, but I need to adjust just a little bit after the bounce. Dream you had involving me, Sizz, and Madame Wario? I don't know if I want to know. Yes, there we go. That's the way. But it needs to be a top right dash after that. You know what? The bunny pizza, it doesn't actually look that bad. Shit. This is kind of cool, though. I don't mind this room. Okay, we need to drop it low here. Fuck! No! Okay. We all went to the same high school, and you told Madame Wario that me and Sizz were secretly Pokemon, and she went on a wild adventure to catch us. I feel like that could happen. If me and Sizz were secretly Pokemon, which we are, I feel like Madame Wario would be like, I'm gonna catch you! That's how she would say it. Oh, oh lordy. We had that, but I just didn't move fast enough. You gotta get right off the cloud in that part. Damn it. Yo, this is so close. We're so almost there. When I named this stream the 3-hour B-side, I didn't actually think it would take that long, but it's about to. No! Well, what do we think we need to do on that last bit? A straight rightwards dash and then a diagonal up to the right to get on there, and then a bounce, I think, after that. That's funny. Oh god, it's not over. Oh, it's not over. Alright, I think it wants us to not use a dash here. Oh no, I see exactly what it wants us to do. Yo, if this was... I almost instinctively... You guys want to know what I almost instinctively just did? I almost instinctively tried to make a save state. And I don't even really, like, play games that, like, you would be able to do that in. But I almost instinctively just tried to make a save state. So it wants us to go over this fucking one in the middle and then dash boost off of that rock thing to get up there. We're never going to be able to do this. But maybe we'll do... Well, I was going to say, but maybe we'll do it first try. Can't believe there's another level and another B-side after this. This one is Haddard. Shit. You know what though? I think you can use 2 dashes there. I don't think it wants me to do that all in one dash. I think right at the top of there, once we climb up, we'll be safe. We'll be on marker 1. And this part I'm getting pretty good at. Alright, hell yeah, okay. Alright, boys. Let's go, boys. What are we doing here? I think maybe this? Or are we just climbing? Oh, shit, we did it. Free. You guys. Kings. Oh, shit, do we have to go down the other side? What if we had to go all the way down the mountain? Okay, I guess this is it. This is it, boys. Boys. That was amazing. I can't believe we did that. Nothing can stop us. You're scaring me right now. Secret mountain boys. What if there's more? It's another part. Oh my god. This is like, what if we jumped up and we like got a 3,000 and like a little alien fluttered by? Who was there with me? Oh, duh, of course. This is this. Well, good. We're there. Baby mode? No, it was Kirby's Adventure. Oh, okay. Good.
Got a sub to my channel.
Oh! What up, Kill Tech? Here for the end, but respectable. With the sub. Thanks for the sub, dude. Sub for 2 months. This damn tornado weather has my Wi-Fi so unstable that I can't watch. Have a good one, boys. Thanks, dude. Sorry you can't watch. Well, there'll be more, though. More streams. Where's Vegeta? That's what I want to know. Part of me wants to be tempted to just take the sub to my Chan one away. But I feel like even then, still, Vegeta will never come back. I swear I enabled him. I swear I made it so that he can come back still. Damn it, I think I knew what we needed to do there. He's set to... I'm pretty sure he's set to like random frequent. Oh god, here we go. Okay. It's like, no, not now. This sucks. Here's what we're gonna do. Fuck. That's not what we were gonna do. So to my Chan it's so good. It's so funny, but I want that Vegeta one back. I keep trying to like adjust the level of randomness that it goes at, but it never seems to work. It only seems to be that Twitch wants to play the Pixel one. Damn it. Thanks. Big shoutouts to Killtech for making the hustle anyway. Dropping in just for the resub there and hanging out for a second while his power is bad or his tornado weather. Hope you're safe there with the tornado. I feel like now is not the right time for a tornado to come through. Can we go back to One Piece for a minute? Always. What's up, Sis? Yeah, the Toby Ropo is what page 1 is part of, and also what Drake, you know, technically is part of. They're like the, you know, they're like the leaping lizards, is what they call them on One Piece podcast. They're one of Kaido's forces. You guys hear Charlie barking? He has the most obnoxious little bark. Makes me want to punt him. That's not true. I've never wanted to punt him. He has an annoying bark only when I'm like talking on the phone. That I work from home. People always hear him. This sucks. I don't like this at all. Damn it. I was trying to like catch it on that. I just don't know the timing for that. I kind of know the timing for this. Charlie is my dog. He is brown. He's a little brown boy. A little brown fluffy boy. That was not... There's no way we should have made that. Shouldn't have happened. Fuck. Do we have to go around? Yeah, Charlie is my dog. He's an old brown shoe. I don't know the timing on this. This? Fuck. We're so close. Shit. Oh! So clutch. Here we go. No! Homework of the day. Look up the song Little Brown Jug. It's probably better than Old Brown Shoe. What are the words to Old Brown Shoe? Not one of the greats. Not one of the best Beatles songs. Okay, ready? Here. No! I just don't know the timing there. Preschool game Black Shoe. I don't know if I know what that is. What are the rules to Black Shoe, Pixel? Are you talking about Baba Black Sheep? Are you talking about, hey, that black sheep ain't what she used to be? Are you talking about Baba is you? God damn it. That was our in. We'll never be in again like we were in there. What was your favorite school game like that? Did you like Heads Up 7 Up? Did you like Telephone Game? What was Baba Is You up against? GTA 5? Oh, Pixel. Yeah, he says. You need to... What is the way I can bounce off that will have the blue one disappear faster? Because that's what's hurting us. Yeah, shouts to this shit we've done like a bunch of times now. My favorite school game was Roundhouse Kick. That's a good one. It needs to be something akin to that, but a little bit faster. Get fucked level. Whew! That was a tough level. That's a silver trophy, you guys. That was a rough one. I'm very interested in seeing what our stats are for that one. Took us almost 3 hours. Look how nice this little screen is, though. I like whenever they brought out the parachute in gym class back as a munchkin. You were called munchkins at your school? Or are you just calling? Is that just a whimsical way of referring to kids? Yo, over 1,000 deaths. The parachute was cool for sure. We also had the parachute, and the parachute was sick. Those were the days when I was like, I'm just gonna fuck around. I'm not gonna do anything they tell me to do. They'd be like, all right, everybody make sure you sit and just flap the parachute. I'd be like, nah, I'm running under this thing. I'm getting in this parachute. I think they probably do. Have you guys seen the Vine where like the kid is sitting there and he gets like just sucked under the parachute? Like, what is happening to him in that? Somebody just pulling him in. I think it has there's a song that goes with it, but Kingo says they don't do parachute in gym? How would he know? Yo, and that's the longest level so far also. But it was only a minute longer than it took us to do the regular summit. I guess we spent so much time in the summit though, looking for those secrets. Yeah, the B-side for Reflection is so much longer than the regular one. Why did it take us that long? Oh, not currently? Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I don't even think I want to start the core right now. It's so weird that it just like fuses out of the mountain. Remember how the mountain is magic on Celeste, you guys? Oh man, but we cleared all the things. Alright, that's gonna be all for our stream today, you guys. I know we're like a couple minutes early. Okay, what the hell is this? Oh shit, I got a message from Hero Pon Will. Everybody go add Hero Pon Will on PS4. Don't do that to the man. Pojo trigger, never changing. And also, PS4 is very much still on on West Coast time, which also is something we're never gonna change. It's not showing me online. I think that's because I accidentally unplugged my router earlier. Yeah, shout out to that big 4%. I think we were 3% last time. At level 10, a silver trophy is 1%. Is that real? I'm really going to have to put in some work to stay ahead of Sizz here. Yusuke with dolphins, truly a vision. Yusuke is probably the most dolphin-like of the Persona 4 cast, or Persona 5 cast. Oh, man. Alright, you guys. Well, good stream. I wonder if anyone's streaming right now. Is Odin still? No. Odin is not. Let's see. Man, nobody I follow is streaming? Is this a rare case that we get to raid Saraki Dav or something? Yeah, shout out to the 3-hour B-side. It was real. Sizz, which one of you're like... which one of those streamers is on right now? Everyone's taking the Easter in off, and we don't have to do a raid. But if anyone's got any good suggestions... Oh my god. We have to. What are we gonna raid Sarah Key with? What's the raid message? It's gotta be something really good. It won't be cringe. But it will be. We have to do. Sis missed Amberly Connor's birthday. That's pretty good. That really is more of a dunk on Sis than it is to any of them. We don't have to watch. Let's just pop in for the raid. Let's say Sis said hi. Sis sent us. What was that hashtag we made up? About Bloop Girl? Let's do that. Bloop Girl O introduce me. And a snack of Bledge. Bloop Girl O introduce me. We're not gonna give her a snack of cringe. That would be truly embarrassing. This one, that's pretty good. Bloop Girl O introduce me. Do you like that? Do you guys? It doesn't even really flow like a hashtag. But that's what I think is funny about it. Do you guys like that? I like the long one. I feel like it makes less sense, which is what makes me like it more. She's gonna think that she's Bloop Girl. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, we're doing it. Get ready, boys. Hold on to your hats. Because this is going to be a Sarah Key raid in the making. There's nothing impure about Bloop Girl, you guys. Is that what it is, Sarah Key? I probably won't even really stick around because I don't want the game spoiled. But yeah, if you want to watch Sarah Key, she's playing Final Fantasy VII apparently. She's about to get a whole heaping spoonful of the chief, because we're about to drop the chief on her. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. Thanks for spending your big Easter, or some of it, over here. Good talks. I feel like we had some good discussion on this one. We were really on it on this one. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Catch y'all later. We'll stream again next week. Later, man. Bye.